Yo, what's good, boys? We are back at it again with another MLB The Show 25 video for you guys, and today we're going over all of the new content that came out today. So we got a new XP bath, new weekend classic rewards, new cornerstones, a new spotlight, and a new chase card. So not the craziest content day, but I did want to go over it for some of you guys who may not be as up to date. So if you enjoy the content, like, subscribe, all of that. And let's just kind of ballpark where a lot of these cards will kind of fit in my opinion. So first card we will do is Rich Gossage. I think he's just very solidly in A tier. He should be able to be pulled up here. Let's see. Has Outlier, has everything you would usually want from a Gossage card. It's just he's not going to be for everybody, right? You're pretty much only tunneling the four seam with the changeup, and then the sinker and the slurve you're just kind of throwing randomly because they're hard to hit. But obviously, max out hits, max out pitching clutch, controls pretty bad, and his pinpoint is pretty wonky. I think if you use them enough, you can probably get used to it. It's probably like Scooball. But when I've tried to use him earlier in the year, it was pretty wonky. It was pretty all over the place. So next up, we got Jacob Marseille is how I think I want to pronounce it. It's like D tier. He is a lefty that only really hits lefties well, which is not really something you'd want, right? You don't really want a pinch hitter against lefties as a lefty. You can see he's 100, 117, 125, 67, 125 clutch. He's not particularly fast. He's not the craziest fielder in the world. He's just whatever. You know, maybe if he has like a top swing, C tier, maybe even B tier. But I don't see it. Ben Rice, C tier. Same thing. I know a lot of Yankees fans were looking forward to a Ben Rice, and I'm sure he'll be a nice addition to the Yankees theme team that we went over. If he wants to load here. But if he doesn't want to load, it's not the end of the world. He's just like 100 everything. Yeah, 90, 101, 102, 101. 125 clutch. Nothing too special here. He does have catcher secondary, but he's going to be one of the worst defensive catchers that you could be running right now, just because they've started to put an emphasis on just got a little sidetracked there, but what I was saying is they're starting to put catcher pop time on catchers. So they seem to be making that a quirk that they want to add to cards consciously now. We saw it with like Will Smith, his gold might have it. But like the new Bismacky that came out today, I think another catcher that's came out recently has had pop time. So it seems like they're adding pop time, or Francisco Alvarez also has pop time. So it seems like just they're throwing it on every catcher. So it just feels like he's going to be behind the curve if you're using him as a catcher. This guy, forget his name. It's not Beaver. It is the other one. I think he's nothing special as well. Just another lefty Tops Now card. Use him if you need to get PXP, stuff like that. Maybe you run him on like a Giants theme team because they don't always have the strongest outfield. But nothing crazy. This is Beavers. Dylan Beavers, I think is his name. I think I view him more or less the same. Just another like Tops Now filler card that came out today. Will be great whenever we get our next collection. Just to fill up Tops Now slots and maybe on an Orioles theme team. But nothing special. This Mets pitcher is not great by any means. I believe his name's Nolan something. Let's see. Too many Nolans. There's too many Nolans. All right, it didn't pop up. But he's all right. He has a 5-pitch mix. We can flash over to the game, I suppose. So if we come over to programs, because I'm going to have to do this for a couple of other cards anyway, that are a little more important to show off. I think he's a pack card. You can see sinker, sweeper, slurve, four seam, cutter. So decent enough. He's another one of these guys with like the most ideal pitch mix possible, but then just the speed differentials aren't really there. So again, like on Hall of Fame, you could probably be all right with him. On Legend, I think he'd be really good. It's a more usable pitcher for the Mets theme team than like running an outdated Johan or Pedro or Tom Seaver. So if you're running Mets, this looks like a pretty good little card to go snag. Not too bad there. Moving on, Francisco Alvarez, another Mets guy. I'm gonna put him relative to his drop. He's A tier. I think catcher wise, I've never been that high on him. I think his swing is pretty disgusting. Every time I've ever used it, I have not enjoyed it. 104, 117, 100, 107. So I mean, you put him on the Mets team, he's gonna be a stud. Also makes Mets tier 2 more attainable. The problem is his comp is like Posada and the new Bismacky. And a couple of other guys. So it's tough. He does have good defensive stats with pop time, like I said. So not the worst card in the world there. And then Zach Neto's up next. I'm just going to put him in A tier, and we'll just stay on this screen. So 105, 100, 106, 121, 118. Pretty good fielder, to be honest, and he's decently fast. Really just comes down to if you like the swing or not. Have not used a whole lot of Zach Neto cards, but he looks like a solid enough card. He's probably somebody that's probably subpar to where you'd want to be running like an Angels theme team. But if you already had an Angels theme team, this is like your wet dream of a card. It should be an absolute stud here. And now we have our cornerstones. So we will have to pop over to the game for these because nobody has discovered them yet. Shocker. Wade Boggs. So 125, 125, 83, 80, 125 clutch, 52 speed, diamond fielding after you put one parallel on him, and then has like every hitting quirk. So he's pretty much your usual late game Wade Boggs, where really good swing, crazy quirks. Some people are going to swear by him. He's going to sit here and line out an absolute ton. So I'll probably put him B tier just because like his competition at third was already steep, and I think it just got even steeper. So it's tough. It's tough. It's a very competitive position that he filled into. Now if we come over here, we have Stargell. 119, 98, 120, 103, 114. Not a great fielder, pretty slow. Probably want to be playing him at first base. Usually does have like every quirk in the game. He's one of the legends where they kind of usually give him all the quirks. I think he's just another B tier for me, where it's like if you just want lefty power bats, I think there's better options at this point. You definitely probably, I would say you don't want to be using him in the outfield. He's very similar to Wade Boggs, where some people are going to swear by him. Some people get like attached to Stargell cards and swear he's the best thing ever. I think he's all right. He's fine. Brandon Webb is the final one. I think he'll also probably be the worst one. I'm thinking C tier. I think you'd want to run him on a D-backs team. And I think he's just going to be bad for most people because you're going to want to be on a higher difficulty sinker, four seam, pretty slow circle change, pretty slow cutter. So there's some like rollover effect on that. I still don't see him necessarily being that good. So I think I'm going to rock out with him being the worst, lowest ranked of the new Cornerstone cards. Next up, Edward Cabrera. Some people are getting hot flashes right now. He is not what he used to be, to say the least, just because sinkers have been nerfed over the years. Outlier sinker is like not really a thing. Like it makes them throw sinkers harder, more consistently. But I've only seen a couple of people all year where it actually makes them throw their sinker like 98 routinely. And a lot of it is because of this mix. He has some slower stuff here that I think drags it down. Maybe he will be one of those guys that's just pumping 97, 98, 99 mile an hour sinkers routinely. Would definitely help his cause and make him more usable. But I think he's just fine. He's just fine. I mean, if you've used any Edward Cabrera in recent MLB The Show history, you kind of already know what this card is. It's bad speed differentials. The sinker's going to be hard to hit. I think B or A. I saw some people hyping him up, calling him disgusting. I don't think I would say all that. But he's all right. He's fine. And for a free card, I think he's pretty good. But he's definitely not awesome. Next up, Biz, S tier. He's not another card that I've seen people kind of overreacting to on Twitter, saying he is like disgustingly good. I don't know if I would say all that. He's all right. Like, he's good, but you know, we have Posada and Cal Raleigh. Like, but 125, 120, 94, 90, 100 vision, 125 clutch. Maxed out fielding is kind of nasty. And then 77 speed. And I think everybody's hyping this card up as a catcher. What I like is just the variety of secondary positions he can play. I mean, first base, second base, third base, shortstop, left field, center field, or right field. He can play everywhere other than pitcher, and he could probably pitch. I wouldn't be shocked if he's like a Jack Caglione and has some like hidden pitches. But you can see here, only quirk is catcher pop time. I will say, from using him, is he worth 400K? Definitely not. From using his storylines card earlier in the year, I did really like his swing. He had a swing that stood out to me. I think he is going to be a really good card. It's just tough, right? You've got Posada, who's just as good, if not better, probably because of the quirks. And then you've got Cal Raleigh, who some people will just hit better with. I think if I had to rank them instinctively right now without using this card at all, it would probably be Posada, then Biz, and then Raleigh would probably be my preferred order. So I think he's really good. Do I think he's worth 400K? Probably not. But it's a really cool card to get. And when they added him, I was kind of excited to see what his 99 would look like. Would just like some probably better quirks. Speaking of better quirks, we have Mr. Quirks himself at second base. Now, if he's actually S tier as a second baseman, largely depends on you. But I believe he is Weekend Classic. So we'll just go over to Dodgers real quick. Some people always hit really good with Jackie cards. Some people not so much. So just, I mean, take a moment. Let's just appreciate this card art. First of all, this is crazy. They've been spazzing with the card art this year. This is a gorgeous MVP card. 125, 125 at 93, 85. So lower side of power, but it's Jackie. It's kind of what you expect. Freakishly high vision, 115, 120. You put some parallels on him. On the Dodgers team, if you could give him some more power, I think this card would be very nice. And then 125 clutch, 95 speed. That's exactly where you probably want it. He is already a 99, so it doesn't save you anything. But, you know, if this was like a 97, 98 overall, it would be nice. Say only has 95 because then you could put parallels on him. Diamond fielder at second base has no secondaries. First base secondary would have been mildly interesting on this card. And then quirks wise, like I said, dead red, breaking ball, rally monkey, table setter, fighter. So no bad ball hitter is kind of interesting. But, you know, if you like Jackie cards traditionally, there's no reason why you will not enjoy this one. Next up, the big unit. They did it. They pushed the button. So John next week probably. They always seem to kind of go hand in hand. So we'll make our way over. I believe he is a Mariners card. Helps the Mariners theme team out a little bit. They've been missing their ace for the year. And again, look at this card art, dude. This is nuts. Like, oh my. Is this a top 5 card art we've ever gotten? Like, this is insane. Like, the Jackie one's cool. The Cy Young with like whatever is in the background and just this color scheme and the glow is crazy. Plus it's Randy, so it's just an insane card anyway. But you can see 110, 109, 84 is pretty low for control. Let's see, what's the pitch controls? So pitch controls aren't awesome either. So that might be his downfall here, is with the way pinpoint is. It just, this card might be a frustrating experience. 120 pitching clutch is pretty nasty, so that's going to help him kind of limit damage after he gives up a bloop single on an inside slider. So, I mean, it's Randy. Should be nasty. I am curious how people I mean, it's been 28 minutes, so shout out to my people in Immortal. Kind of makes sense that there would be a couple of them right now. There were Randy cards up at like 302. So I've got some conspiracy theories brewing about how people were able to get him 2 minutes after content updated, but interesting. But should be a disgusting card. Should be an absolute stud. All right, moving on. We have our XP bosses for this season. Steve Carlton. I'm going to just put him A tier. He's pretty much just left-handed Tom Seaver. And if that doesn't sound remarkable to you, that would be because he is not. So you can see 111, 109. Again, just another pitcher with not crazy control. With the way Pinpoint is, I was really hoping we'd start to get the button pushed on some crazy control pitchers. 118 pitching clutch. So they love shrinking your PCI. They don't like shrinking the par region. So that sucks. Primary slider, I don't know if the ranked one from the start of the year had a primary slider or not. I'm sure he still had a slider, but I don't know if it was primary. So that's a little sneaky way that STS likes to buff pitchers, is by giving them slider primary, so they shrink the par on that. So slider, four seam, curveball, changeup, sinker. Not anything special. He's also not a lefty. That's probably going to be super tough on lefties. So nothing I'm over the hill with there. I think he's solid. Definitely if you're running like a Phillies team, you're running him. But otherwise, I think he's skippable. He's no different than like running like a Pettit or a CC or just, you know, one of these like kind of mid-tier lefties that, you know, maybe good, maybe bad. Ortiz. I gotta see the stats. I'm thinking S tier. I gotta see the exact stats on him. The thing is, it's just like you're still gonna be seeing lefties most games. There's an outside chance that you'll get multiple games in a row against righty starters now, which is really nice. But I believe he's nothing super special. So 121, 108, 125, 105, 125 clutch. And if I can say one nice thing about Ortiz, his quirks are always crazy. So first pitch, dead red, breaking ball, situational hitter. So again, no bad ball. They do not like giving out bad ball to anybody other than Willie Castro and Lindor. It's really only switch hitters that end up getting bad ball for whatever reason. But I mean, he looks all right. It's just, yeah, you're still gonna have to hit lefty a lot with him. So that's not fun. Maybe a platoon of like him and Frank at first or something like that would be interesting, but he's nothing crazy. And then Chase Headley, in my opinion, yeah, I think Chase is the second best card that came out today. His stats are pretty unremarkable. Unremarkable. But I mean, the swing, dog, I really enjoyed the one from the start of the year, even with his like really bad splits. So this one should just be really good. 115, 102, 105, 116, 108. Crazy fielder. I will say the one from the start of the year for me is arguably still my best third base defender I've used all year. I think it's him. Brooks Lee stuck out for some reason. Lindor's played a pretty good third for me, and then Ellie is obviously a vacuum at third base. So, but Headley probably stands out as being the best third base defender I've used this year for what that's worth. And 75 speed on this card. So you put some parallels on him, he's gonna have an 80 speed. He should just be a better Chipper Jones in theory. Let's see. Road Warrior, first pitch, breaking ball, situational. So he does lack dead red. I think if this card had dead red, it'd be a no contest. I think him only having one of kind of the primary quirks you'd like to see makes it more of a toss-up, more of a 50-50 on if he will be everybody's third baseman or not. Some people also didn't really enjoy the swing at the start of the year. I loved it, so I'll probably be running him in the future, but pretty good little drop today. Do not mind the cards at all. You can see, I think the quality of your average card is trending up a lot. Like all these A tier guys are pretty usable or just really good on a theme team. And then we got a lot of S tier cards today, and for the most part, they're pretty attainable. Two of these are XP Path, Chase card, yeah, obviously sucks. And then 2 Weekend Classic rewards. I think most people can earn 1 Weekend Classic, assuming you're decent at the game. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, all that. Till next time. Also, team review tomorrow. I lied, not piece yet. Team review tomorrow. Did not have a ton of submissions, so if you are seeing this part of the video and you want to be in team review, go ahead and submit for that.